The mail-order bride program proved to be so successful in New France that France decided to implement it down in colonial Louisiana. Hey guys, Dallas here. It's Vlog Every Day in April Day 26th, and we're going to do our last part of the Amazon Prime Bride series. The southern French colony was very small and had the same issues as Jamestown and New France with their amount of men versus women. However, France was becoming more worried because the other American colonies were rapidly increasing, and they feared that if they realized how small Louisiana actually was, that the colony would be overtaken. They really needed to up the size of their population. So they initiated a new recruiting program for women back in France with the same ample offers and incentives to come overseas to Louisiana. Except for one thing. They lied about the horrible conditions in Louisiana. They say it's a utopia, a wonderful place to live, you'll be treated like royalty, etc. The women are so excited by this, they actually start competing for spots. So the first set of selected women crossed the seas right as the starving times began. Conditions are abysmal, and they've been lied to. The women try to get back on the boats, but the captains bar their re-entry. Therefore, they essentially become prisoners and can't leave. They begin to rebel, what has been dubbed the Petticoat Rebellion. But the local government weren't treating the women seriously, and they tried to mask their concerns when they're sending reports back to France. They tell France that the women aren't used to the food, how it's not like French food, and how they've calmed down their concerns by teaching them how to spice like the local Indian style. They try to downplay their concerns and take no responsibility for the cause. This, of course, does not stop the word from getting back to the citizens of France to know how horribly the women are being treated. Now, no other women are signing up for the program, which is really bad because Louisiana is getting desperate at this point. They finally get about 12 more women to go overseas, but these women are poor, sick, and destitute. However, the men still complain like it's the women's fault and not their own. They say the women aren't virtuous or pretty enough, so these 12 women get to Louisiana, don't marry, starve to death, or succumb to sickness and die off very quickly. The men stick to their story and say that if the women were attractive enough, nothing else would have mattered. This killed off the voluntary mail order marriage program, which paved the way for forced immigration. All the reasons why Jamestown and New France did not go the way of forced immigration, which is basically sending women prisoners over, came to light when Louisiana decided to do it. The women are not willing because, it's forced, or they aren't committed to the colonial endeavor. The ones who do come over either turn around and get right back on the boat to come back to France, or they start up in the new colony with their old habits. Prostitution or thievery, not a tamed or committed housewife like the men or the colony were looking for. They run rampant around the town and pretty much make the colonist's life miserable. Worst of all, most died on the route to Louisiana. France sent thousands of low-quality recruits or forced immigrants, of which most were ill, so only a few hundred are actually sent over and make the town unbearable, thus killing off all initiatives, forced or voluntary, to build up the colonization effort in Louisiana. Anywho, that's all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this series, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!